Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news, wars and holidays are features of today's roundup. First up today, it is a federal holiday in the US, Columbus Day, which is morphing into Indigenous Peoples Day in a growing number of states and communities. But many businesses there don't treat it as a day off, and that includes the stock exchange. Nor the currency markets, of course, and the US dollar is rising again and at a 20-year high. It is now 20% higher than a year ago. It is a sharp headwind against the onshoring movement, which is happening due to logistics pressures. There's also a sharp headwind against profits of American companies that have substantial international operations. It will only help countries hurt by the rising greenback if the US domestic economy stays healthy and imports more. So far, that has been the case. The domestic US economy remains the engine of the global economy. In Canada, it is their Thanksgiving Day holiday too. In Ukraine, Russia is lashing out with indiscriminate bombing of population centres using terror tactics in reaction to its invasion failures. This angry change is driving up the cost of wheat, with worries that Russia could suspend the safe grain trade corridor from the Ukrainian Black Sea ports that was agreed to in a UN-brokered deal. Prices have risen 15% in a month. In England, their central bank expanded its support of pension funds at the heart of their bond market crisis, even as borrowing costs jumped. It is a clear sign that stresses in the British financial system aren't going away. In Sweden, they handed out the Nobel Prize in Economics to, amongst others, Ben Bernanke, the former US Fed boss. It is for research he did in helping build policy responses that protect jobs in economic crises. They were used widely in the 2020 pandemic emergency. In Australia, the AIG Group Services PMI fell rather sharply, from a modest expansion to a sudden contraction. And staying in Australia, the OECD's chief economist has come out in favour of their Stage 3 tax cuts going ahead, on the basis that they will tackle the issue of bracket creep. He told ABC Radio, "This is important. High inflation means that people are getting pushed into high income brackets even when the real incomes don't warrant that," he said. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.89% and unchanged, but the price of gold will open today at $1,668 an ounce. This is down $27 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today down $1.50 from this time yesterday, at just on $91 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price has fallen to $96.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar will open today at 55.6 US cents, and a half a cent lower than this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're marginally firmer at 88.3 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're a quarter cent softer at 57.3 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 66.2, down about 30 basis points. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and that was 90 at